Welcome to the Red Sox Time Machine, a podcast covering 6 decades of Red Sox memories from Yaz to Roman. Today's episode is the 5 worst defections from the Red Sox of all time. We won't be talking trades. These are the free agent walkaways, management arrogance that felt like your best friend ghosted you after you bought them a Corvette. I rank these only by how badly they hurt my feelings, not yours, mine. So no stats today, no war, just pure, unfiltered, personal heartbreak. So let's dive in, grab the tissues or beer, probably both.
Number five.
Roger Clemens, the Rocket, the guy who tied for most wins in team history, struck out 20 in a game. Not once, but twice. And interesting, he did it in 86, which is his first full season. And he did it in his last performance in a Red Sox uniform. And then there were all those years in between.
Very happy about that. Nobody's done that before, and I do treasure that more, and I probably would have no-hitter because there's been a lot of people throwing no-hitters before.
A new record. Clemens has set a major league record for strikeouts in a game. 20.
He made grown men cry with his fastballs, hence the name Rocket. But here's the thing, he kind of wore out his welcome. By 1996, it was constant drama. Dan Duquette was saying he was in the twilight of his career. He was having some mediocre seasons, at least they were mediocre for him, still better than most MLB pitchers. And that whole I'm leaving vibe. At the time, I was thinking, if only we had a decent bullpen, they wouldn't have to leave him in the game so long because most of the runs he gave up were after the 6th inning. So he signed with Toronto, where he goes on to win back-to-back Cy Youngs, like he was on cruise control in Boston. And don't get me started on the Yankees phase. Seeing him in pinstripes was like watching your best buddy steal your wife. It hurt, but not as much as the others. Mostly because by then, the Rocket had lost its red glare. In retrospect, today I would add, thanks for the memories, Roger.
Number four.
Xander Bogarts. This is the most recent heartbreaker, unless you add Alex Bregman to the list, but Breggy wasn't here long enough to make me cry. Bogarts was a homegrown kid, smooth swing, he was clutch, he had soft hands, and he was a big part of both the 2013 and the 2018 World Series teams.
2-1 pitch. Bogarts sends a drive to center field and deep. Gardner turns around and watches it fly.
He was supposed to be the face of the franchise for the next decade. And when we signed Trevor Story, they were going to be the double play combination for years. Because if you remember, Story was going to play second base. Then the Sox lowballed him like they did with John Lester several years earlier, and he left for San Diego. Ever since, we've been playing musical chairs at second base and until last year, shortstop too. It was preventable. It was painful. Was he worth what the Padres paid him? Probably not. So good for him, but still, it's recent enough that it still stings every time you read about him doing well.
Number three.
Move on. Before Big Poppy, there was the hit dog. A huge, lovable power hitter who crushed baseballs better than any other Red Sox player until Big Poppy.
Mo with the bases loaded. And this ball is hit well down the right field line. It's out of here. The Red Sox win it. Mo Vaughn's 7th career grand slam. And the Red Sox win it 9-7, scoring 7 runs.
He was the 1995 AL MVP. He consistently hit 300 with 30 home runs. He was the heart of the still cursed teams. In his free agent year, we lowballed him. That's the theme to these defections. And he signed with the Angels for big money. And the offense kind of went on without the engine that drove it. Injuries after Boston cut his career short, but losing Mo Vaughn was devastating. And then we had to watch Jose Offerman try to replace him. Thanks again, Dan Duquette. Another one of your screw ups that still burns.
Number two.
Now, this was the best thing Dan Duquette ever did. He brought Pedro Martinez to the Red Sox. And maybe a close second would be Manny. Those 1999 to 2000 seasons for Pedro, filthy. 3 Cy Youngs. The strikeouts.
The windup in the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball in there for a call strike. From Japan, the pitch. Fastball in there, call strike 2. Wind out of the northeast at 23. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a changeup. Ichiro, one of the toughest men to fan. In fact, the toughest in the entire league last year, goes down on 3 pitches. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. Pedro has thrown 4 consecutive strikes, deals. Foul to the left of the screen, out of play. 20 strikeouts, 69 at bats. Check swing, strike 3 over the outside corner. He threw him a sinking fastball down and away. Pedro's thrown 6 pitches and has 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a call strike. Started him with a cutter. Outfield deep, the pitch. Over the outside corner with a fastball. Strike 2 call. Pedro is 1 pitch away from striking out the side on 9 pitches. Crowd is standing already in the first inning. Pedro winds and deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He swung at a high fastball out of the strike zone, up and away. And Pedro Martinez, for the 4th time this year, K's the side, and this time he does it on 9 pitches. What a start.
The swagger that I'm the best pitcher in the game. We loved that. He helped break the curse in '04 with gutsy pitching in the ALCS. And then right after the parade, he was gone. Why? I'll give you one guess, and the first one doesn't count. We lowballed him. He signed with the Mets for 4 years and a pile of cash. It was brutal. We finally won it all, and the guy who got us there packs up like it's just another gig. Pedro in a Mets uniform was like seeing Mickey Mouse at Universal. Disappointing, doesn't cover it. It was existential.
Number 1.
And this is the one that still hurts the most. Carlton Fisk. Pudge was my favorite player while he played for the Red Sox. His walk-off game-winning home run in Game 6 of the 1975 World Series is legendary and transcends all of the sports universe. He literally willed the ball fair like he was conducting an orchestra.
And Fisk will lead it off, has a single and has walked twice. And the wind blowing out. There it goes, a long drive. If it stays fair, home run. We will have a 7th game in this 1975 World Series. A lot of body English for Carlton Fisk. Watch him.
How many steps does he take? 1. He waits to see it. Get over. Get over.
He knew it. There it is.
Whether he was arguing with Bill Lee or controlling the running game, Pudge always had an impact on the game. Then the moron GM of the time, Haywood Sullivan, mails Fisk's contract a day late. 1 day. And an arbitrator rules that he's a free agent. He signs with the White Sox, plays 13 more years, becomes a bona fide slugger, makes all-star teams into his 40s. And we get Rich Gedman, who was good for a year or two, and a bunch of bumps. Every time I saw Fisk in that black and white White Sox uniform waving to the crowd at Fenway, I thought, what if Haywood Sullivan wasn't such a dick? 1 stamp, 1 day, and maybe the curse would have ended sooner. but at least I wouldn't have spent 40 years wishing he finished his career in Boston. So there you have it, the top 5 defections that still keep me up at night. Fisk at number 1 because it was personal. Pedro at number 2 because he was legend. Mo, Xander, and Clemens rounding it out. Lester, Bregman, and Johnny Damon get honorable mentions. Red Sox fans were built for this. Hope, heartbreak, rinse and repeat, but we keep coming back. If you've got a worse one, or I'm just being dramatic, hit me up in the comments. Until next time on the Red Sox Time Machine.